Scientifically speaking, it is better to train in the morning. As far as life goes, you're not always going to have that option. Sometimes you're going to train in the middle of the day. Jake, so should you train early or should you train late? This little anecdote from me, I went from almost exclusively training in the evenings to almost exclusively training in the mornings now. And the main reason for that was life changed, and those things impact your schedule. But when I very first started lifting, I had a friend that I was training with named Zach, and he and I both worked for the most part during the day, so we just train after work. A lot of this question is going to be, what's your life actually like? And there is some scientific reasoning behind what you should actually do and what actually works best. So that being said, if we remove, like, let's just say your schedule is whatever you can do, training early is going to be the best. And the main reason for that is because cortisol, which is a stress hormone, peaks in the morning, and then throughout the day it starts to drop back down, and that's basically what allows you to go to sleep. At night is, your cortisol is not through the freaking roof. So if you're training when your cortisol is at its highest, and there's a lot more to this, and I might dive into this a little bit more in a future video, but if you train when your cortisol is the highest, you're not going to be causing that spike in the middle of the day or later in the day. So instead of your cortisol being all the way up here, starting to drop back down, and then spiking back up and slowly dropping back down again, you're going to be able to have that slow drop off of cortisol, which I can't remember where I saw this, but I remember there was a paper that I saw a while back where training in the morning essentially equated to one extra day of recovery, because since your cortisol is already up here, it's going to drop back down. You have that whole day to initiate that beginning recovery portion where you're actually going to build that muscle. But you're also going to be able to sleep better because you're not going to be spiking your cortisol again and then not have it at, ideally its lowest point when you're actually going to bed. So scientifically speaking, it is better to train in the morning. As far as life goes, you're not always going to have that option. Sometimes you're going to train in the middle of the day. Sometimes you're going to train in the evening. Maybe you've got a swing shift or something like that, and that's, probably one of the worst things that you can do to your body is have a night shift. It's just fucking terrible. It ravages your body. I mean, the amount of clients that I have who throughout my entire career, the amount of clients that I've had who work a night shift who are also on antidepressants, it's unbelievable. And that's obviously just some anecdote from my life, but I guarantee we could find something to actually validate why that actually is. And I don't think it's just because they're not getting any sun. But so yeah, don't get too caught up in this. Training in general is going to be better than trying to create that perfect thing. Ideally, you're training somewhere between 6 and 8 a.m. But if you are not able to do that, but you are able to train at 6 or 8 p.m., go get that set done. Go get your session done. Go do your actual workout. But as one final caveat to this, if your life is chronically stressed and is always complex to get to the gym, you also might want to decrease that overall frequency. You might want to just be going to the gym, 2 days a week or so. Because again, you don't want to have chronically elevated cortisol, chronically elevated stress hormones that are just going to be fucking your body up, fucking your recovery up. So thank you, Jake. Hey guys, if you like this clip, please share this out to someone else who needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more, there's actually a whole podcast and a whole YouTube channel. So you can go find us at Pride Fitness and Movement on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you find your podcasts. Go give us a follow, and we'll see y'all later.